heading up to Greenberry area. Just tell me a little bit about how different that's going to be from the earlier part of the season.
Well, it's definitely going to be big difference than when we're fishing here on this muddy Mississippi River with all this current. So it's really going to be pretty neat to go from one extreme to another, and it'll really make the versatility of the anglers and the points and things like that. It'll really be a big deal there, and it's going to be a lot of fish caught. I'm looking forward to it. What do you think?
I agree. I kind of like the fact. I mean, it's going to be 180 degrees different from here. All the big heavy line and big rods and braid I've got on will all be put away, and probably pull out the spinning rods and lighter line. But it's going to be an interesting tournament. It should be really interesting. I'm kind of anxious to see how it plays out. I'm really looking forward to it.
Is there a better smallmouth bite beyond that line, that cutoff line, and is it going to be more of a largemouth deal then with that line being in place?
I think it'll still predominantly be smallmouth. I mean, I don't know a lot about it. I'm sure somebody will catch some largemouth up in the rivers and stuff, but it'll be a smallmouth deal. But from what I hear is right where the line is where the watercolor significantly changes, and anybody that fishes smallmouth a lot, where you get that clear water, you tend to get into those bigger schools and bigger smallmouth. So, but somebody's still going to win it. Somebody's got, whether it takes 10 pounds a day or 20 pounds a day, it's still going to take a winner.
Yeah, they say it's still really good though. A lot of guys, some guys said it wasn't, but I've heard several other guys saying that it's still going to take over 20 pounds a day to win on smallmouth. So who knows? We'll see. You would think if Sturgeon Bay is that good, just 10 to 15 miles from where we can go, why wouldn't the rest of the place we're going to be that good too? But I don't know. We'll see. That's the neat thing about it. It's truly a level playing field. Nobody knows anything about it for the most part, so it'll be cool.
Obviously it'll take you your practice period to get completely dialed in, but generally for a tournament of this nature in this part of the country, with smallmouth being the target, what generally is the kind of tackle and techniques that are probably going to be effective?
Well, I think Brent's probably going to fish for largemouth, and he'll probably be able to catch largemouth on a jig, and I'm going to fish for smallmouth, and I'm going to hopefully catch smallmouth on a jerkbait in top water, because I don't like drop shotting and fishing so deep. I hope we don't have to do that, but it'll be a lot.
For me, I'll probably have a spinning rod in my hand and do a lot of drop shotting. I think drop shot's probably one of the best smallmouth baits there are. I love to do it. I mean, when I get on those smallmouths, so I'll probably be complete opposite from my heavy flipping rods here with the spinning rod and 8-pound gamma line tied on the end.
And aside from the guy in the mirror and the guy standing next to you, who do you think is going to be tough to beat?
Up there, I mean, probably Nate Wellman. I mean, if anybody's going to have an advantage there, it's definitely going to be him, because he's at least been on the water before. But Kevin is always a heavy hitter when smallmouth come into play. So, but we've got such a good group of fishermen. I mean, anybody's liable to win that deal.
Yeah, and the neat thing, with no information on this event, like with being a mystery event, no information, it could really be some neat areas found that have maybe never even been discovered there before. And that's the cool thing about seeing 100 guys that are good anglers go to a new place, and really put a puzzle together. So I'm excited about it. I just hope the wind doesn't blow like it's blown here all week in La Crosse. Yeah,
let's end with the safety tip. Tell people what they need to remember if they're going to fish big water like that.
If you're going to fish big water, definitely keep a spare set of clothes in the boat, and extra rain suit. If you're getting rough water out there, it's good to have the wind socks. Have a couple of those wind socks in your boat, and just take your time in rough water. Don't push it too hard, and run a Triton Mercury, and you'll get a lot. You'll be a lot safer, a lot drier, and you won't get beat up near as bad.
I'm going to kind of second that too on the Triton Mercury, but he forgot to mention running a 4 or 5 blade prop really makes a big difference. A 3 blade prop is always the fastest, but in rough water you're not worried about going fast, you're just going consistent. And I run the Mercury high 5 when I'm up on that rough water, and it's amazing the difference it makes in the rough water. And the other thing I can say is wear your life jacket. Yeah. It floors me to see the people out on this river fishing, running up and down this river not wearing a life jacket. It happens so fast. Yeah. Whether you're anywhere, but especially on a big body of water like Green Bay.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, thanks a lot for your time,
Thank you.
fellas.
Thanks, guys.